Okay, we can get started. So I am just going to introduce Megan Christensen and Lily Smith from Visit Grand Rapids. They will be sharing social media and marketing tips and tricks. And just a heads up that this will be recorded and put onto our Engage page on our website, and I will put that link in the chat. So for now, I will ask all participants to mute and just wait till the end to open it up for questions.
Sounds good. Well, hello, my name is Lily Smith. I know it says Megan Christensen, but that's just because we're signed on the same account, so.
Megan Christensen with Visit Grand Rapids. I am the director here, and Lily is the marketing coordinator. Today we're going to go over some social media and marketing tips and tricks for you, and we'll let Lily kind of kick it off.
All right. So first off, we're going to start with social media trends. As many of you probably have seen, some people do live streams on Facebook or Instagram. So the perk about live feeds is that it's a great way to be able to share events that are happening or preview them. An example that we did was Hooked on Itasca. So during that time, we were in a fish house with some people that were participating. So that was a way that we kicked off that event with United Way. And the nice thing about that is you can actually save your Facebook Live video as an MP4 and use it for content for future events or even repeating events. And then, as you may know, Facebook and Instagram have stories. So I have a little picture on the side. So up here you'll see the little bubbles on Facebook and then on Instagram. These are ways to share your content and then as well share other people's content that could relate to yours. And then I'm going to pass over to Megan to talk about virtual reality and augmented reality.
So Facebook is leveraging some Oculus VR platform, so virtual reality platform that's going to be coming out here in 2021. You'll start to see this more on the Pepsi and Coke, big brands that you're familiar with seeing. This is the augmented reality filter examples that I have for you. So McDonald's had done one when they rolled out their new, it was a new dipping sauce, and it's called the Spice Zapper filter. And it was kind of a fun way to, you're kind of a ninja fighting off these spicy McNuggets. And it's a filter that you can play with through their online and also in their social media platforms. The other one is an example of augmented reality is where you upload to try on new hairstyles. This one was a new to try on sunglass styles. And so essentially you would download this app and then you essentially pull a picture up of yourself and you can try on different sunglasses on your own face. So that's what we mean by augmented reality. There's a couple of different ideas there. One is a filter and one is an actual app that you would download. Right. The next thing is social media commerce sites are big. Setting up social media storefronts, commentsold.com. That's a Facebook Live event that you're utilizing the commentsold.com web site that interacts with your social media. So Bender Shoe and Gift had done this before, and they continue to do this as they go forward until their website storefront is online. So they have a website, but right now they're still working on their point of sale site. So in the intermediate, they're doing this commentsold.com. There is a fee for the commentsold.com, and it ranges based on how much you're going to sell, so a sales volume. And then they also have one for how many times that you're going to do it. The other thing that we want to talk to you guys about was a purpose-driven campaign. So this is where you would partner with a nonprofit charitable organization, and they both get kind of a brand awareness out of. So the example I have here is North in Bloom partnered with United Way of 1,000 Lakes on their Take Back Vase program. So people would go and donate their vases, their old vases, to North in Bloom. North in Bloom could reuse some of those. If they couldn't reuse them, they were recycling them. But for every vase that was brought in, they donated 50 cents back to United Way. So in their program, over the course of a month, they totaled $100 back to United Way. The next thing I'm going to talk to you guys about is inclusivity and diversity. We want to make sure that your campaigns are geared towards all. We want to make sure that your images showcase diversity when showcasing your products and services. If you're looking for models in your area, one area to look is to any youth programs or your community colleges or universities. We have found a really good resource for us has been Itasca Community College. So I reach out and I say that I'm looking for models of all diversity, all backgrounds, and we are looking to do a photo shot during a certain day, certain time, and then people are to contact me for more information. We've had a really good response rate. One, we get younger audiences involved, and we get those students that aren't necessarily full-time residents, but when you bring them into something like a photo shoot for something that you're promoting the area for, they get a sense of community as well, because then they're being showcased as a community member. The last thing that both Lily and I will talk about is authenticity and transparency. Right now, these are very crucial. Being honest and real with your audience, don't make up stuff, use your own images. A lot of people want to use clip art. The problem is you can get into trouble if you don't know who owns that clip art, unless you purchase a software that gives you a bunch of different clip art to utilize. And then we're just encouraging you to create your own content. Sometimes people want to borrow other people's stuff and they don't give them credit for it, and that's just, it opens you up for a liability case. So you just want to make sure to use your own stuff. All of these top social media trends were found on Sprout Social, and I left a link there for you guys to look at it.
Kind of going back to using your own images and creating your own content and linking it back to Facebook Live videos is when people see you and you say your name, when they come into your business, they're like, oh, hi, Megan, like I recognize you from a video. And it creates that personal contact that makes those people a little more brand loyal. Okay, so what makes a brand social presence stand out is pretty simple. Be creative, be memorable, be impactful, be entertaining, and be unique. And as challenging as being creative might sound, it's really not hard. So this next slide is going to give you some creative marketing to get your consumers engaged. So things we've done here at Visit Grand Rapids is we did a month of trivia. Let me tell you, trivia really boosts your comment section. So things we did was historical sites in downtown, and we've gotten comments of like, oh, I remember when my family took a trip here and we visited this. Those are the kind of posts that it might not be your selling post, but it's a way of bringing your consumers back into recognizing the area you're in or a reason to come near you. And then another thing we've done is photo contests. We kind of joke because we were like, oh, we're going to get maybe 100 photos, 200 photos. Well, let me tell you, you got 700. And with those 700 photos, we post them now and we use photo credit. So then those people share those posts and comment, and then our posts not only go to our followers, but our followers who share those posts. So that's a really easy way to gain followers and then just boosting your basic content that you post on social media. And another thing you can do is a giveaway or social media contest, and it does not have to be something very expensive, or you can get sponsors. So for a thing that we did was a night stay, a half day, and these were all sponsored. So within the end of that, we had gotten 200 followers, a ton of comments, but it's a great way to remind your consumers of what you guys can offer and then what you can do in the area. And then just going back to your live videos, and then even just a simple question on Facebook, you can just ask your followers a question like, oh, what are you doing this weekend? Or what do you think of this product? It just kind of gives you a good gauge of what your consumers' thoughts are on what you're promoting. And then staying up to trends may seem a little bit intimidating, but really all you need to do is go on your phone and you can see what trends are happening. Or just as a simple Google search, and then you'd be surprised. Like I do it for my job like at least once a week, but even doing it once a month can help you stay up to date. And then kind of relating to getting engaged posts is when to post and what to post. We recommend for businesses posting at least once a day, and then if you have a hard time doing that once a day, there are different apps called Hootsuite or Creator Creator Studio, which is right into Facebook, and you can schedule out your posts. So during that week, you could spend an hour scheduling them out instead of having to think, oh, this is my time of day where I need to go do this, especially I know a lot of our local small businesses can get very busy. And then another way to kind of get an idea of who your target market is check your insights on Facebook and Instagram to see when people are on the apps and who is most likely your target market. And another big thing that Megan and I both use are action words like book now, book direct, or come today, visit today, or sale today. Megan, if you have any other action words that you think are...
So another thing that we'll do is we'll mark your calendar coming soon. Sometimes we put little teasers out there for new businesses coming into town or new events. You just want a strong action word that keeps people coming back to your site.
And then another thing to think about when you are thinking about your post is think to yourself how or why your consumer use it and market it based on that. So a funny example we were talking about is I know a lot of our local shops use different hand soaps. So maybe even if you own a business that has that, maybe you take it home and take a picture on your counter. Then it kind of shows your consumer, like, here's your placement, here's what it could look like. I know it's kind of silly to use soaps, but just think about the products you have and how your consumers would use those. Then I'll pass over to Megan to talk about budgeting.
Yeah, so from my marketing tips, the first place I always start is a budget. So you want to make sure that you're setting a budget every year so that you know what your annual expenditures are going to be for marketing. I think sometimes when you ask people, do you have a budget? They say, oh no, I don't have a budget. I just kind of go from year to year, whatever I see is an opportunity. And I think sometimes we forget about some extra stuff. So here's kind of what to include in the budget. You want to make sure that everything that you advertise and market on is at radio, print, TV, paid social, paid digital. So any of your media brand awareness campaigns. Then think about sponsorships. So people forget about sponsorships a lot because they don't see them under a marketing category. So you can see them as a donation, and that's fine. You can treat it as such, but you really should treat it as a marketing opportunity because most times when you pay a sponsorship, you're trading money, so you're paying them for that sponsorship in lieu of your name, your logo on flyers, on their poster, on their calendars, but also on everything that they're marketing and promoting for their event. So it is advertising for your business, and think about if you're putting it on shirts and people have your name or your logo on a shirt, you're definitely going to see that as well. So you want to not forget about your sponsorships that you do every year. Count those as a marketing budget. The next thing is free swag. These are branded items that you hand out with our brand awareness. These are things like stickers, these are keychains, these are hats, these are cups. Anything that you are going to give out to get more people aware of what your brand and identity is. So it just helps bring more awareness, but you need to include it as part of your marketing budget. And then partnering with others to expand your marketing budget is a great way to set your initial budget, but then know that you might have some additional dollars if you partner with somebody else. For example, Local Love between North and Bloom, and it's not United Way. It was Local Love came from the center. They were celebrating their anniversary, and they went to different businesses, and they had said, hey, we would like to give out a $50 gift certificate to your store as part of our Local Love campaign for celebrating our anniversary. So they took pictures of the Local Love poster in all of these businesses, and each week they gave away a new $50 gift certificate to those businesses. It's a great way to partner with people where you don't necessarily have any money forward, but you get branding and marketing for it. You can also fund co-op opportunities. So through Explore Minnesota, they have co-op opportunities where they have found 40 to 60% off rack rate for newspaper ads, radio ads, digital ads, and some things that are outside the box that you might not have thought about. So think about who you could partner with on a brand that you sell in your store, like a Keen, like a Coke or a Pepsi even. Do they have opportunities, cost opportunities for you? And then see if you can purchase discounted media opportunities. So this spring, Grand Rapids Herald-Review was selling their Passport campaign, and you got a significant discount off of ads. So I think we bought, for example, Visit Grand Rapids bought for their public relations campaign $600 worth of this passports. And for that, I got a full page ad for free, and I got buy one, get one. Those saved me over $1,000, and it cost me $600. So think about those opportunities and reach out to your local media companies and see when they offer those, and make sure that you put that into your budget. Sometimes it's spring, sometimes it's fall. It's usually in a shoulder season time frame.
I just also want to throw out, I know a lot of the people that are probably watching this are smaller businesses that maybe you've really never done marketing. So a good way to start is on Facebook or Instagram. You can boost your posts or buy ads on there. It's not very expensive, but it's an easy way to start out and then to build your way up to doing radio, print, or even more intense social and digital buys. All right. So then Megan's going to also mention this next slide.
Okay. So the next piece that I'm going to talk to you guys about is making sure to set a budget that includes a diverse marketing strategy. So make sure you're including print, radio, social media, digital ads, making sure that you're not just doing all print or all radio. It's a good strategy to have diversity within your marketing. And then reach out to us when you need help. Both Lily and I are always available to help businesses with marketing and social media expertise. We left our emails there, megan@visitgrandrapids.com, and Lily's is info@visitgrandrapids.com. Our phone number here at the office is 218-326-9607.
Okay, before we do questions, I also want to show that this last slide is some resources. So right here I have Hootsuite. So every year Hootsuite does a years of trends or upcoming trends. It's not a little bit of a longer read, but some useful information. And then I have Social Sprout. This is also a good site that Megan shared with me about trends in social media. And then if you're a business that is really into Facebook and that's like one of your good ways for selling, I'd definitely check out this Facebook for Business. I did use a Bitly because it was pretty long. And then like I mentioned earlier, just scrolling through your timeline, you'll recognize trends. All right, so we are going to open the floor to any questions, and then this slide also has a little bit more information on how to contact us.
I have a quick question for what you guys feel. So say you have a new business here in Itasca County, and they aren't necessarily established yet, but they want to do something with, other businesses like partnerships or sponsorships, like the center did. Is there any tips or tricks that you guys would give them on how to kind of create those networks and make connections to do those things if they're not necessarily established here in Itasca County yet?
Yeah, I think just by simply reaching out. I recently moved to the area in September, and obviously with my position, I've had to do a lot of reaching out to meet people, and I have really enjoyed living in the community and just getting to know people. Everyone is pretty open and honest and just wanting to help you. So it never hurts to try anything new or reach out.
Yeah, I think for us is getting connected with other business owners. So there are several places that you can connect with business owners. The Chamber of Commerce is a great place to start for that. Visit Grand Rapids is always here. We're the Tourism Bureau, but we also are, because we're doing marketing and social media on a regular basis, we are kind of the experts in the area. Another group is called BNI. It's Business Network International. That's another great group to get involved in. And then just volunteering in the community. We, with the Downtown Business Association, United Way, Itasca Habitat for Humanity, I mean, there's so many nonprofit organizations, and you start to meet other business owners. But I do think that IEDC is a great place, Kayla, for them to start. And then you guys are always a great resource out to the Chamber, to the Tourism Bureau, out to these other groups to be involved. I think, for example, the owners of Center just said, hey, we want to celebrate our anniversary. We want to give, gift certificates out to local businesses. They just didn't want to give certificates just for Salon Brad or Suka or the Center. They were looking to expand that footprint because they know that everybody has been hurting since COVID, right? And so this Local Love was a great campaign that they came up with, and it just showcases other businesses, but then they get those businesses to be brand loyal customers too. So it's just a great partnership. Does anybody else have any other questions? We have a small group with us, but if anybody has any questions for us, you know, our email is there. Where we're located for our office, we're on the second floor of Old Central School, and we're here Monday through Friday, 8:30 to 4:30. You can call our office number or call us on our cells too.
Awesome. Well, thank you guys so much for doing this. And again, it will be posted to our Engage website. So if you guys come across any businesses that are in need of a little bit of attention to their marketing, just shoot them our way.
Sounds
Awesome.
good.
Thanks so much.
Thanks, guys.
Bye.